Welcome everybody, my name is Michael, and today we're discussing about another Michael, Mr. Saylor, stepping down as the Chief Executive Officer of MicroStrategy, a software company that still creates software, but for the most part became a Bitcoin investment company at the hands of Mr. Saylor. So right now, as he's stepping down as the CEO, Bitcoin has, of course, plunged over the past couple of months, and he's taken a pretty big hit for the company. Recently, $917 million. But when you're talking about investing billions of dollars into Bitcoin, obviously it's a long-term strategy play. As soon as I read the title and looked up these articles, I saw that and I immediately wondered what's going on. And you probably had the same thought go through your head. Did Michael Saylor mess up? Did he leave his company that he cared so dearly about? Did MicroStrategy fail with its Bitcoin investment? Are they going to lose hundreds of millions of dollars, potentially billions of dollars, because they recently invested more money into Bitcoin? They even took out loans for Bitcoin, hundreds of millions of dollars. What is Michael Saylor doing? Well, he's still majority shareholder at MicroStrategy. So, if, for example, there was the new CEO that comes into action, hates Bitcoin, says, you know what, I'm going to buy Ethereum, or hates crypto entirely, let's sell it all, let's buy stocks, or let's invest this company into more software, what this company was originally built upon, or whatever, they take it in a completely different direction, Michael Saylor still has majority voting rights, and he's able to do whatever he wants. And most likely, if someone wanted to sell these giant stockpiles of Bitcoin, this is one of the largest whales in the crypto land right now that Michael Saylor would probably not allow that for this to happen. Now, I'm sure there's a bunch of other crypto supporters as well that Michael Saylor hired prior to his stepping down as CEO, to his departure from MicroStrategy. However, he's not departed completely. He's still going to be purchasing Bitcoin for the company. So he's kind of lurking in the shadows. And there's a lot of confusion when it comes to someone being a CEO and a chairman of a company and having multiple positions and stepping down as CEO, but you're still part of the company. And what if it's your own company? There's a lot of that going on. And people are always confused. How can this happen? What's happening? But at the end of the day, this guy's a businessman. This company's made a lot of money, and he knows what he's doing. Head of the board's investment committee. That's his new role at MicroStrategy. He's going to be the executive chairman. So he's not the CEO anymore. Mr. Fang Lei is the new CEO, and I'm sure that this is a division of the company. Similar to how back in the day, Apple had two of their teams. One was developing the Macintosh, and another was developing, I forgot what that other computer was, but obviously the Macintosh won. However, there was some rivalry within the same company, and there was different teams going against each other. Sometimes they'd share ideas, but for the most part, it was a competition. Well, I'm sure the same thing is going on over here. They're working together, of course. However, they're two completely separate halves. One is focused on the company itself, the software, and building it, and hopefully continuing to make hundreds of millions of dollars. The other is investing what's left of it. And it's similar to how a lot of billionaires leave behind trust funds for their kids, and if they know exactly what they're doing, they build a good trust that no matter what lawsuit comes against them, no matter what challenges, as long as there's a good guardian of that trust, you have these trusts that continue to rise and eventually make generational wealth 10 or 100x more than what that billionaire could have ever dreamed about. And one of the greatest examples of this is the wealthiest man from a century ago. Fantastic read about this guy. When we take a look at Mr. Jean-Paul Getty, he was one of the world's wealthiest men at the time due to his oil empire. And there was a movie about the kidnapping, and there's a lot of family secrets, and there's controversy within his family. But essentially, this guy is well known for negotiating with the kidnappers of one of his family members to reduce the payment due to the taxes that he would save, so he wouldn't actually lose the money because it would be a tax write-off. So he was known as a very greedy man. However, he made one of the wealthiest museums built by a trust, the J. Paul Getty Trust, that has an endowment of $7.7 billion that built the Getty Museum in California. And it all started from tens of millions of dollars that was under his mother's name. And anyways, this trust keeps growing, just like Harvard has an endowment, and all of these universities have endowments that are 20, 30, 40 billion dollars, and they keep growing. This is how the wealthy think. They build these bunkers that just are fortresses of where money goes in and it expands and it goes up and it accelerates at such a rapid pace due to investments, and you have all the money in the world. And why am I talking about that? What does this have to do with MicroStrategy? Well, Michael Saylor is not leaving MicroStrategy. I'm sure that in the back of his head, he is not making a trust for the company, obviously, but he is essentially building the backbone of this company. So just in case, if software does fail for whatever reason, if their company doesn't do so hot in the markets, then this is going to be a backup. It's not it's not going to back it up right now, but over the next couple of years, he's thinking long term, potentially a decade, maybe even more, it will come back. Michael Saylor is one of the biggest proponents of Bitcoin, especially Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And I think his bet will pay off. But we shall see. And he's stepping down, but he's not going away from the action. What's the biggest question is, how will MicroStrategy be affected at the end of all of this? I think it's going to be positive. So thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Take care. And I'll leave you with these beautiful images of Chicago. Okay, wolność.